You're crazy. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I?
If you could kill two birds with one stone, yeah, would you do it? And I think for most people, yes, they would, right? And the reason why I'm asking is simply this. There was an article that I came across which showed that the new testing vaccines in, I think it was Senegal, the testing of the new vaccine in Senegal killed 7 people, 7 children, in fact. Yeah, and it hasn't gone down very well. You know what I mean? It's not been made on mainstream media yet, and I suppose you can guess why, right? But it started to make me think about, why are all these nations, these outside nations, why do they want to go to Africa? Or why is it they're so adamant on going into Africa to test the vaccine when most of the people in their own land are dying, you know what I mean, in high numbers of this virus? And I had to think about that for a while. And I came up with this kind of like crazy idea. Yeah, call me crazy. And that's where I got the two birds with one stone idea from. Yeah. Because everybody knows, yeah, everyone and their grandma knows that Africa is rich, is the most prosperous and richest and fullest land of resources, minerals, yeah? And unlike the Cecil Rhodes days, yeah, where you could just go along and, you know, stick your flag in the ground and sell the natives a couple of beans, yeah, and say that they were magic, and then take and annex the land. You can't do that anymore. And even though still to this day, a lot of those colonialist rules, yeah, are still in place. You know, for example, like the Berlin Conference, how they divide up the land and everything. For those that don't know, you know what I mean, you can always pick up a book or look into some Black history other than Martin Luther King. And even though, like I was saying, even though these countries still, like European countries, still have like a strong foothold in African countries, as in the laws that their forefathers wrote, right? Today, with social media and today with how people have viewed and how people view the societies on the planet as a whole, slightly different. There's a lot more unification and stuff. Some of those old views are, how would I say, is taking away the corporate power that colonizing nations once had. So then I thought, so I had to kind of like piece together, well, if you could kind of take advantage of a virus, yeah, that you could implement into these countries that you want the mineral resources from, yeah, and blame it on the virus so that you could get away with keeping a good, strong foothold in that country, would you do it? And I think the answer would be yes, because that's how I see it. Yeah. And for me, that's how I kind of like address this whole rush for all of these big companies and European nations as well, and Asian nations too, because they want the minerals and the raw resources for next to nothing. You know, they can't sell the beans anymore. Yeah, they can't sell the magic beans anymore. Yeah, right. So an opportunity has come where they can say, if I can implement this virus into that country, and this virus catches hold, and because that country has a weak or hardly a non-existent health system, they can just let it run riot, let the virus run riot, yeah, test the vaccine at the same time, so to make sure that they're so it's okay for them. And then when all the dust settles and half of that country is wiped out, and that country now owes XYZ in money because of the vaccine testing that you did, you can now snatch back the land, or I guess, or not snatch back the land. You already got the land, but you can maintain your foothold in that land and keep your access to them resources at the price that you want, because the owners of the land or the rulers of that land are in heavy debts now, or more in heavy debts. But that was the idea. That was the theory that I came up with. You know what I mean? Now you call me crazy what you want, but that's how I see it. I'm out. Peace.
Yes. Am I? Yes. Am I? Yes.